Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. I received two packages from two Australian YouTubers, so I'm here to show you guys what I received. I'd just like to thank AussieEighties and ExplosiveAction for sending me out these packages. I bought a bunch of titles from AussieEighties and then me and ExplosiveAction did a trade, so yeah guys, thanks a lot. I'm really looking forward to getting into these titles. So we will start with AussieEighties first, and before I do that, hold up a bit, I'd just like to say if you're not subscribed to both of these YouTubers, I'll be leaving their channel links in the description box below. Please check them out, they're both well worth knowing and well worth subscribing to. So yeah, get subscribing to both of them if you haven't already. And this is what I received from AussieEighties. First up, we have yet another edition for my Halloween collection. This is just a release that I didn't own yet, and yeah, I thought why not. This does look to be identical to the lenticular cover release, however it's not lenticular. Next we have Pieces with god awful cover art. I just wanted to pick this up to see what all the fuss is about. I've heard a ton of great things about this movie. Apparently it's meant to be one of the most goriest slasher movies ever made, so if I like it as much as everyone else seems to, I will pick up the Arrow release at some point. Next up we have Turkey Shoot, just one that I was curious about. I'm not too sure what to expect. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. I have heard relatively good things about it, so looking forward to checking this one out. Next up we have The Hitcher. I have seen this before and absolutely loved it, so now I own it. If you haven't checked this one out, I'd highly recommend doing so. It is brilliant. Next up we have a MGM Midnight Movies double feature of Motel Hell and Deranged. I already own Motel Hell on a separate release, but I wanted this for Deranged. Next we have The Driller Killer. I'm not expecting to like this one much at all. I've heard relatively bad things about it, but I was more curious than anything to check this one out because it's been on so many banned lists and the video nasties and stuff like that, so looking forward to checking it out for that reason. Plus this particular release is the umbrella release from Australia, long out of print and pretty hard to get now. So Driller Killer, we'll see what this is like. And the last thing from AussieEighties is Strange Behaviour, another early 80s slasher movie. I haven't heard too much about this movie, so not too sure what to expect, but from what I've read and some trailers I've seen of it, it looks pretty good, so looking forward to checking this one out. So AussieEighties, thanks for that package, mate. And now we will get into showing what Simon sent me. Me and Simon did a trade, and yeah, this is what I received from him. He was kind enough to include a couple of DVD-Rs, so thanks a lot for that. First DVD-R is Edge of the Axe. Now guys, this is the sort of movie that I'm wanting recommendations for when I'm after obscure rare slasher recommendations. This is exactly the sort of type of movie I'm after. Yeah, just rare and hard to find. This isn't available on official DVD. There is a VHS, and this thing floats around via bootleg DVDs at conventions and stuff, but overall I've heard this is a pretty decent late 80s slasher movie, so can't wait to check this one out. The next one is one I've been wanting to watch for the longest time, and that's Blood Diner. I just printed out my own really bad budget looking cover for this and threw it in a DVD case. That's the disc. So yep, I've heard a lot of good things about this movie and it's definitely been one I've been wanting to check out, so finally I can. It'll probably be one of the first ones from the stack of movies that I do end up watching. So Blood Diner. Halloween 2, I already own a couple of versions of this Force Video Australian DVD release, but it's another one for the collection, so why not? We have Boa vs Python. I'm expecting a hell of a lot of cheese with this one. I am pretty terrified of snakes though, and I'm definitely wanting to build up my snake themed horror collection, so looking forward to checking this one out. Next we have Maniac Cop. I'm really glad to pick up this one, and I've heard this Australian release is fairly hard to come by now. A lot of people have recommended this to me when I've been after slasher recommendations, so now I finally own it and can finally check it out. And lastly we have 12. This is a fairly recent slasher movie. I haven't heard too many people talk about it, but from what I've read of it, it sounds good and I want to check it out. So that's it. Once again, Simon and Adrian, thanks a lot for sending me these packages out. I really do appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to delving into these movies. So once again, if you're not subscribed to either AussieEighties or Explosive Action, please do so, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching.